Hey guys, Monochrome here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a neat little multi-tool. This is going to be a casual video. Here it is next to a quarter for size comparison. So as you can see, this is not a very big multi-tool. It's also a bit of an unusual one. Okay, let's get that distracting quarter out of frame. And let's take a look at this. So what do you get with this multi-tool? Well, not much. You get the ever important bottle opener feature that's on every multi-tool, practically. You get a slotted driver feature down here, and this over here is how you attach this multi-tool to your belt loop. Because as you can see, it's quite thin, mostly open pillar design, and some of you are wondering, hold on, how exactly am I getting that through a belt loop? Well, here's what you do. Push down on here, and there you go. There's an opening for you to slide this through a belt loop. Close it up, let it dangle from your pants, and away you go to the bar or the pub to pop those caps. In fact, this is the Kershaw PUB. That's the name of it. You get a nice little aluminum handle on this side, and on this side you get this somewhat odd-looking thing. Now that's not a lock mechanism. What that's there for is to actually put tension on the slip joint blade in the closed position so that it doesn't accidentally open up. That's not a lock mechanism. What blade? Well, this one. There you go. Now, despite that little click, this thing does not actually lock open at all. Let me show you. This is a slip joint with practically zero tension in the open position. Check out the length of that spine. There's a reason it's that long. Open position. Put your thumb here. Apply some pressure on the shallow and thankfully not painful jimping. Apply pressure there, and there you go. Your thumb becomes basically the lock mechanism. A nice blunted, very short blade. Specs in the description box below as usual. And yeah, a nice little utility blade on this end. And when you close it, this mechanism puts tension on the blade, closed position. You're walking around. You've got this dangling from your pants. It's banging against the side of your leg. It's not going to accidentally pop open. So if you do end up reaching down for this tool, it's not going to fall off your belt loop, and you're not going to accidentally cut your fingers on the blade. Now it does provide good tension in the closed position, but yeah, if you're reaching down to access this multi-tool, you're definitely going to want to glance down at your leg just to be absolutely certain. Just to be absolutely certain. So yeah, this is the Kershaw PUB. Now this is going to be a great little multi-tool for very limited applications. I mean, if you work, say, in a warehouse and you're opening up boxes all day, get yourself a dedicated box cutter. If something should happen to it, well, guess what? Now you've got a backup one right here. Although I'd rather have a traditional box cutter that slides forward rather than one that requires constant thumb pressure, just to be sure nothing happens. Don't think of this as a blunt utility knife with a bottle opener feature. Think of this, number one, as a bottle opener with, in case you should need it, a useful non-locking short utility blade. Now, thankfully, on my example, when I open it, this pivot pin is actually quite tight, so that's a good thing. This thing should be a bit difficult to open. You don't want it opening up easily, even with this little tension bar that helps to keep the blade shut in the closed position. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Aluminum handle, scale, metal tool. I mean, you're not going to be turning a lot of screws with this. When you have a company that names something like this the pub, you know what it's for. And something like this would be especially handy in jurisdictions which are very, very restrictive in terms of knives. You have a very short, blunt, non-locking blade. Your thumb, part of the lock mechanism right there. So in a lot of very restrictive places, this guy might be street legal. Definitely check your local laws. Don't just assume, oh, it's good because the blade is short, it doesn't lock open, and it's blunt, so I can't stab anyone with it. A lot of knife laws in a lot of jurisdictions are very idiotic. Let's just be honest about that. So always double check. And yeah, when the bars and pubs reopen, if your favorite bar or pub has waitresses who are a little slow in bringing over bottle openers, well, you can bring your own. You can bring your own. If you need to turn a screw while you're at the pub, there you go. And yeah, the best way to carry this thing is to absolutely partially open it up, put that through a belt loop, and it's just going to dangle flat up against your leg from the belt loop. This is a very casual multi-tool. Obviously, it's not anything for any type of serious, mundane chore, but for something casual, for something a little bit fun, nice little conversation piece, yeah. This is absolutely a bottle opener first, with a handy short utility blade and a screwdriver feature. That's pretty much all it is. Nice, casual, non-threatening. Doesn't look dangerous, especially when dangling from a belt loop. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Please stay safe.